and I do not like the overuse of this term, because I'm not proud of the fact that I have ADD, but I have it. And there's that term gets overused a lot now, because you'll be at the grocery store and the cashier will say something like, "Oh, I'm so ADD, I forgot to give you your change." And it's like, it's just sort of a real flippant term. And it's like, there are people that really struggle with that. And I am one of them. And I didn't really realize it until the last year that I really struggle with that. And so, in kind of recognizing some of those things, my counselor, when I still go to counseling, but she had said, I said something about, why didn't my parents notice this? I mean, is this a new onset of something or whatever? And she said, you've probably always had this, but if it's not interfering with your life, it's not really a problem per se. And she said, so your parents' expectations on you may have been different.
Yeah.
And you forgetting things all the time. Who cares? That's just how she is, because maybe your mom was the same way, blah, blah, blah. Right. She said, but then you get married, and then you have child, and you have different demands and a different career and I have a whole different life than my mom and dad do. And my behavior actually does infringe upon
right.
the peace in my home. And so it's like, I think my mom, which I would say this if she was sitting here, I think she has it too, but has never been diagnosed. But for whatever reason, it didn't cause a problem in her life, either because my dad thought it was endearing, or he just didn't care, or she had friends but I've actually had friends that it does bother.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a husband that it does bother. And instead of throwing me to the curb, I've been given the grace to work on that. And I can't obviously completely change it, but you can work on it. You can, at least by starting out saying, I have a challenge here. And so here's some things I have to do different in my life, or it will actually cause a real problem in my life, as opposed to just being part of it. So that is just a little plug for anybody out there that struggles with something like that, or anything, for whatever it is. Don't just say, that's just how I am. If it really is causing a problem in your life, try to work on things that could help make it easier to be friends with you, or easier to be married to you, or easier to be your child. So
that is so beautiful, Tiffany, to make it easier to be friends with you. Because